to me, enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. You won't bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, is enough, is enough. Enough is enough. They're always taking their sides, careless and nine, plus and minus their divide. I'm seeing color in black and white, so I won't be defined, living life through their lives. This life is mine. There's something you owe me. Give it back. There's still life in me now. Give it back to me. Enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us. Bring us.
Hey guys, welcome back to Queen of the Indies Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the Queen of the Indies, Tiffany. And today we got a returning guest on the podcast, my good friend, Tim Bosby. What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? It's been over a year. It's been way too long.
Isn't it crazy? Like, I was thinking about it that I was like, damn, I found you between like SCI, Future Showcase, all that. I was talking about you. Then you came on the podcast, and like, God, this last year, so much has happened for you.
A lot's happened. I was looking at the exact date. It was around May last year. It was the week before I wrestled Adam Priest for the
Yeah.
first time in action.
Yeah.
And I would then go on to beat him. Not once, but then twice. No big deal. But yeah, a lot has happened since May of last year. Like, more than what I could have even predicted and, even said would happen. Just so much has happened. So
No, it's crazy, which we're gonna get into. So, but guys, if you're new here to the Other Rope series, here I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, backstage, refs, promoters. I got you covered. If you guys got questions for Tim, please feel free, drop it into the chat. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So, it's kind of funny, like, that you brought that up. That you wrestled Adam Priest twice. And we talked about that when you came on the podcast then. And I finally got my ass down to an action wrestling show, finally. And what better way than you and Adam Priest wrestling again? But listen, we still got to pick this bone. I know we talked a little bit about it, but I couldn't defend myself because I was in the chat for the Wrestling Junkies. Shout out to them. I love them very much. So we're going to have this out. We're going to have this out now because the fact that I was a seat for you that, you know, you were eating all the fucking chops from Adam. Like,
Yeah, they sucked too. Yeah, the wrestling junkies, I cannot. Oh my gosh, you talk about two people that I just wish get ran over by a bus. Gosh, Lee, they tried to say that I was twerking on you or something. That's not what happened at all. I was assaulted by Adam, and then I kind of fell, and I was like, "Oh no, Tiffany, please help." You didn't really help out too much, but Adam just kept beating the shit out of me, and yeah, I tried to use you as a support system. I tried to be like, "Hey, please, wish me back into the fight, get me back going into the momentum," and you didn't do that
nope.
at all.
Nope. Well, listen, at the end of the day, it's like, I know him, what, 6 years? Sorry. Not sorry. Like,
so if it was reversed, if I was, you know, putting the boots
I'd probably
on and
punch
you
you.
was chops, oh my goodness. So if he would have fell, you would have been like, "Oh no, Adam, I got you," and moved him out of the way and popped me in the face. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I fall and I actually, I think if we go back and look at the footage, I think you actually hold my arms back a little bit, so I couldn't defend myself against that little.
No, because I had the phone. The funny thing is that when this actually happened, and you guys can watch this like on IWTV, in October of 2025. You see it, you know, the Tim sits on me. But what was even funnier is like I had my phone out. I'm filming this, so like you see the IWTV version, and then you see my version of it, and then you just see the camera like tilted up, and then it's just like I'm dying laughing. But Matt Griffin didn't realize who it was until he realized that it was me, and he's like, "Yeah, damn it, Matt." I am just a seat for everybody pretty much. So, but that's pretty funny. But let me go into the chat because I see stuff going on in here. Hold on, I had my thing just restream on the thing just crash up. I'm gonna get it back up, so give me a second, guys. All right, so Zach's in the chat. He goes, National Brownies at Brunch Month. Ooh, are you a brownie guy?
I am not. I do not consume brownies of any sort. I especially try not to consume, you know, the brownies that those New Fever guys hand out to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's in that, so I really stay away from that. But no, I'm not a brownie person. I'm a cookie guy. I like cookies, but I do not like brownies.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm not a big brownie person either. And I'm sure, and this is a question for everybody into the chat, if you're eating brownies, because this came into my head the other day, do you like them like chewy or like soft? Like for do you have a preference for them? Like I make them chewy when I make them.
My preference is to not consume them. But I don't really care about chewy or whatever. I don't want it around me.
I'm dead. I am dead. Also in the chat, Heart Editing's in the chat. What's up? He goes, I don't mean to be controversial, but Tim Bosby's good.
Many people are saying this. I don't know if it's coming across. I tried to be a little cute on my name. Does it say my name, and then does it have like a little bit of a sentence there?
You see it there. You see it. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure people could read that.
Yeah. So they can see it. So if you guys, you know, if you're listening to the audio version, it says Tim Bosby better than New Fever. So
I kind of have a gripe with those two because I listened to when they were on here for SCI week.
Yeah.
And they were throwing shots at your boy the entire 60 minutes. And yeah, those guys, I'm not a big fan of them. What about you?
Those are my boys. I brought them some buzzballs at SCI. They wrestled each other.
Let's get into it. This is going to be the 10-minute part of the show where I just bury both of these guys. So where do I even begin? We're going to go into 3 different little stories here.
Okay.
That all happened in the same day. So let me take you back to June. I want to say it was June. West Coast Pro.
Okay.
I haven't seen these guys since WrestleMania. You know, in WrestleMania week in Las Vegas. I said, man, these are good guys. I enjoy their company. I think they're funny. So you know what? I'm going to be a good friend. They're always talking about these buzz balls. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to get these guys some balls. So I go to the store. And I'm looking in the Gatorade. I'm looking at the Powerade, the Jungle Juice. I'm in the juice section. I don't see these buzz balls. So I go to the counter and I go, hey, do you guys have buzz balls here? And the guy goes, yeah, it's over there. And he points to where the alcohol is. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of weird. And he goes, are you 21? And I go, yeah, why are you asking me if I'm 21? For juice. And he goes, Buzzballs aren't juice. It's alcohol. And I said, what? So for those that don't know, I'm straight edge. I do not drink. I don't smoke. I don't do anything. I don't know anything about this stuff. I did not know that Buzzballs is an alcoholic beverage. So these two raging alcoholics, they have them before the match. They have them during their matches. They pour it in each other's mouths. They pour it to the fans' mouths. So these guys are a bad influence for that. So that was like, wow. So I did not pick up those Buzzballs for them that day. Get to the show. Pre-show meeting. West Coast Pro. Chris Hero, you may have heard of him. He's doing his, pre-show meeting stuff. Danny O'Ryan doesn't raise his hand up to kind of get his attention. In the middle of a sentence, just interrupts. Hey, all the way in the back. He sat next to me, by the way, which, he just smelled like coconut. But he was like, hey, am I going to have a Titantron when I come out? Is there going to be a video for me? Just interrupts the meeting. And everybody turns and goes, what's this guy's problem? And, he thinks he's just such a big star. And in my last story here, Shimbashi, same night. I had a red eye that night, and I needed to leave. So I got done with my match, and I'm getting ready to go. But Shimbashi goes, hey, Tim, man, I really want to go to this deli down the street, and I'm a little bit scared to walk the streets of San Francisco. Can you help me? And I go, yeah, man, I'll protect you, dude, no problem. So we walk to this deli that's 5 minutes away. We get there, and it's closed. And he goes, well, don't worry. There's one 6 minutes away. Let's go there. We go to that one. That one's closed. He goes, oh, there's another one about 10 minutes away. We go to that one. It's closed. My flight takes off in an hour and a half. And now I'm like 35 minutes away from the building where my bag is. And then from the building to the airport is another 30 minutes. So I'm like, Shimmy, what's going on? And then he looks at me with this evil expression on his face. And he goes, this was all my plan. I want you to miss your flight. So he dragged me hours away from the building. So I had to sprint like Usain Bolt back to the West Coast building. I forgot the name of where we were. And I had to get my bag, take an Uber to the airport. It's a whole thing. I get just in time. My flight was boarding just in time. So I almost missed my flight because of Shimbashi. So that's my three stories on these two guys. Was anything I said a little exaggerated? Maybe. But these are things that really did happen. Danny did interrupt the meeting. Shimmy almost maybe missed my flight. And I actually legit did not know that Buzzballs was an alcoholic beverage. I didn't know that. But, besides all that, that was a little bit long-winded. But besides all that,
he just came on this podcast to bury people. That's really all he wanted to do. I
really did. That's actually the only I wanted to come on here because they said some things. Mm-hmm. They made a lot of false accusations. Mm-hmm. Some things were true, mm-hmm. but they called me Zion Williamson. They said I was like him. Mm-hmm. They said I was big in the feet, and they said that like that was a problem. They're shaming people. I don't know what's up with that, but I just wanted to come on here and address some people, address my enemies, as Eddie Kingston once said.
This is a positive podcast.
I don't get positive when talking about those things.
Well, clearly, but okay, I'm positive, but I can't. So we got a lot of stuff going on. So Friday is my birthday at Action Wrestling. I've flown down to Georgia. I'm gonna come hang out. So did Matt tell you that I'm the opponent?
No. It wouldn't shock me. I wish I would know what's going on with that because I was just somewhere and my phone started blowing up and it said Tim Bosby versus mystery opponent. And I said, okay, this is a little weird. I don't know who this is. I messaged Matt. I said, hey, Matt, what's going on? Who is this? He says, you'll find out when you're in the ring. I said, oh, okay, that's cool. So I don't know who this is going to be. Last time it turned out to be Slim J. Mm-hmm. I still ended up winning the match. I'm sure I'll probably still end up winning the match, whoever this person is. Mm-hmm. But I do not know. And the Booker man will not let me in on who the mystery person is. So.
Oh, so you guys got to stay tuned. You got to check it out on IWTV. So check that out. So let's get some love because Heart Editing's in the chat. So you're gonna make your debut over Pandemonium. I need to come to one of these shows because they're just awesome. It was funny. Jack Solomon was like, "Are you coming?" And I'm like, "Damn, I need a sugar daddy. I need a sugar daddy to go to all because there's so many like promotions that I still need to get down to. So if someone wants to sponsor me to go down there, I could beat up Tim. That's fine. It's cool. I ain't scared of him. I ain't scared."
Yeah. Very excited to debut there. I think they've put on a lot of good shows, and they book a lot of crazy talent.
Yeah.
And even on this show, last time I promise I'll bring these guys up. New Fever will be on the show. My buddy, probably my best friend in the business, Marco Harris, is going to be on the show. So I'm very excited to see what he's going to be doing. They just announced Mookie Summers, who I don't know if you're familiar with.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of. Quite honestly, I hope that's my opponent because I really want to beat some sense into him, although I like the guy. I'm very excited. It's going to be in Austin, Texas, and it's going to be on Halloween.
I know.
So I'm very excited to do the show, and then I got to figure out what I'm going to be wearing. I got to figure out what my Halloween costume is, and then go trick-or-treating right after the show.
Are you going to go up to all the kids asking for candy or stealing their candy?
The kids got to learn a little something. They got to learn that the world ain't fair. So maybe have to do a little taste skis.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I got to figure out what I'm wearing. I haven't dressed up for Halloween in years. I'm trying to number it down. Maybe I'm what's his name? Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai. Maybe I dress up as Spider-Man.
Okay.
This is a real debate going on in my head on what I'm going to be. So
okay, we'll see. Okay, let me give some love in the chat because Kylie's talking about he's manifesting you and Ricochet, and then Hart says they're he was talking about New Fever, his tag champs, and then Hart's what was it that he said that Ricochet fears Bosby.
That's not something that I would know about, but I've met Ricochet once. Nice gentleman. And I think he's a hell of a talent. I don't think he fears me, but I appreciate it.
Love it. All right. So like I said, this last year's been insanely crazy. Like, obviously, I've been following everything that you've been doing, and we have to talk about it. It wouldn't be me if we didn't talk about these amazing matches. If they're not live, I make sure that I find them, and he knows that because I'll message him asking him where is it so I can watch certain things. But let's talk recently the Produce show. I wasn't able to get there, but that's okay. I made sure I watched it the next day. So let's talk about this because you and Carl Malenko that this was a dream match, and then when this got announced, I was seeing all the wrestlers so excited for you as well, sharing oh, this is gonna be the match, and as someone like me going back and watching this, and I love give me my Graps wrestling. I think 2026 is all Graps wrestling for me. I like my flippy stuff, but I love a good Graps match and give me technical, all that shit, and this was that. So if you guys did not watch this, go and watch this. So talk about it from your experience.
So to be very serious here, the Produce show was probably what I felt going in was my biggest opportunity in wrestling, just because I knew the people that are going to be on this show. I mean, my goodness, Hechicero, Suzuki, the biggest star in Mexico, Mystico was there. Bunch of talented names. It's on my AEW, and I was just very nervous because I knew okay, a lot of people will be watching this. Nobody knows who I am, so this is my time to hopefully get some good attention. And I think I was able to do that, and I was very, very excited about the whole day. And the match itself was a really cool experience, and it was very surreal. That's definitely the biggest show I guess I've been a part of. Just crowd wise.
It's New York, baby.
Yeah. First time in New York. I didn't know what to be expecting.
We're hot. That's just how
it was. it was a crazy ordeal, and like just everything about it, all the interactions. Because it was like I was like the least known person on the card, and from me all the way at the bottom to everybody coming up was like all these names. So there's a lot of people I never got to, meet before that I got to meet and shake hands with. And just the whole thing of Okada being there. One of the guys that helped me discover wrestling outside of WWE, and one of the people I took great inspiration from and studied hours from. I was just sitting in the locker room, and then he just walked right in. And I was like, what is Okada doing here? I mean, I freaked. I had to leave the room because I'm good. I'm still a fanboy and a nerd, but I can calm myself down when I know I'm going to see somebody cool.
Right.
And I'd be like, oh, this person's on the show. I'll just have to act natural.
Mm-hmm.
But when I don't know somebody's going to just be there and just pop up like that, oh, I couldn't take it. And then I was second match on the show, and the Tiger Mask match was first. And I was warming up kind of like in the gorilla area, getting ready. And then I see Okada come down the gorilla, and I get nervous again. I go, oh my God, okay, I guess he's watching the match. And then they start handing him flowers, and they start like recording some stuff. And I asked one of the production guys, I go, hey, what's going on? What's he doing? And they're like, yeah, let me get the run sheet. Yeah, so Tiger Mask and them have their match. Okada's music hits. He'll come out, give flowers. They'll leave, and then we'll hit your music. And I was like, what? I'm following the Rainmaker? Like, what? Like a guy that I've just devoted hours and hours and hours of my life watching and studying. I'm on the same show with him in a way, and it's going to be his music. He's out there, then my music. Are you serious? So I was so nervous about the whole thing, but I think it turned out really well. I think I turned a lot of heads, and I think we're just getting started because coming up next we got Dean.
Yeah.
So I'll be in New Jersey now for the first time ever.
Here we go. And then you're wrestling Matt Mako, which I'll still call him Mikowski. We'll always have that joke that it was like, he'll always be Matt Mikowski to me. But again, this is another one that's just like, give me my graps. I love him. Like, it's just amazing. So I'm really, really, really stoked for this. So I have to come to this. So I will buy my ticket after Georgia this week. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So big stuff, big stuff pretty much for you. So another one we have to talk about is Memphis wrestling. A lot of great stuff is going on there as well. You guys can check that out. You worked with Frankie Kazarian. You worked Nick Nemeth. Like, this is crazy to see like these names. Did you think like little like maybe 7-8-year-old Tim would be having and working with these people? Like, did you ever think this?
No, especially I thought now I have to really sit down and decide. My buddy asked me, so what's the coolest thing I've done this year? What's the best moment to me? And for the whole year, it was like, all right, wrestling Nick Nemeth was the thing. Because as a kid, when I was super young, The Miz was my number one guy, and then it was Dolph Ziggler.
Right.
So to get to wrestle Dolph and be around him and just experience that was like, all right, there's nothing topping that. But then the year just keeps on getting crazier. So I don't know if that's still the moment. I don't know if anything will ever top me shaking the Rainmaker's hand. I mean, I don't know. I know I got called a nerd and a fanboy for like just that whole interaction and posting about it on social media. But guess what, Tiffany? I don't care. That's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my guy. So like that, I don't know. But yeah, so Memphis wrestling. I tagged with Frankie Kazarian, which was a really cool experience. Wrestled Nick Nemeth. I'm trying to think in the last year as well. Wrestled Samurai Del Sol, aka Kalisto, twice.
Mm-hmm.
Timothy Thatcher, wrestled him as well. Won the belt, lost the belt, won the belt, lost the belt. I can't seem to hold the damn thing, but I keep winning it. So, but yeah, it's been a really crazy last year over in Memphis, and I think it's a product that is learning and growing, and I think they're going to be doing some cool things here coming up. And I just feel fortunate and blessed that I get the responsibility a good amount of the time to wrestle or be a part of whatever the big attraction is coming in, that they trust me enough to keep putting me in there with these guys. So
I love that. I love that. Like I'm seeing that more and more, and even like people that have signed like AW and they're still working like the indies, but like you never know what can happen if like who's coming back from the past to work. People like you is incredible, and like I can't even imagine what it feels like for you guys to like be in these moments. Like shit, like I get to work these people. Like like they're just like us, and like you know what. Fanboy, I ain't gonna give you shit for it because at the end of the day, you're a fan just like me, So go fanboy, okay? I'm happy you had your Okada moment. Like I'm not gonna give you shit for that, okay?
That like I said, there's not many people that like I would have been like that over. There's a
Yeah,
small handful,
it's
but he's one of them.
Okada.
Yes,
It's
yes. I can't
Okada.
because like I only knew WWE
Yeah,
until the first Omega Okada match at
yeah.
Wrestle Kingdom, and then that's what got me out of the bubble, and I just found out about quite literally everything with Ring of Honor, New Japan, PWG, following like figuring out who this Okada guy is and figuring out who this Omega guy is. So like Okada and Omega are always going to be on this pedestal to me
Hmm.
because they helped me discover wrestling outside and
Right.
made me want to be like, man, these guys are having these crazy matches. I want to have matches like that.
Yeah.
So to get to meet them and have a great conversation with them was just really sick.
That's
So
awesome. I'm excited for you that you had that. So, again, we're gonna continue on. There was just so much. When I was sitting down, like writing down my questions, I was like, there is so much we need to talk about. New South. Can we talk about Nick Gage? Like, I mean, this is like everybody's freaking dream that like everybody wants to work Nick Gage. So like,
well, whew, man, we talked about like feeling excited and dream here.
maybe I should have started there.
Yeah, Nick Gage. Oh my gosh, he's beat. I've gone in the ring with him now twice.
Yeah.
First time back in March, and then me and Jameson Shook just wrestled him in Sicko a few weeks ago. And whoo, boy, you talk about somebody putting a hurt on you.
Yeah.
He's thrown me into the chairs. He suplexed me on their stage. Hit me with chairs. I'm trying to think. Uh, he grabbed. There was a fan that like had a walking cane, and he just took the fan's cane, just smacked me right across the head, cracked my head open. I was like, "Oh man, thanks, dude." So, but it's I don't want to kill his mystique or aura, but he's actually been very fun to work with, and it's been very fun to kind of get into that style of matches, so to
Yeah.
speak.
He's such a nice dude. Like he's just someone like you could just sit and like talk to and like just like down to earth. Like one of the nicest people that I've even had conversation with. Like this is awesome.
It was really cool, especially the first time because it was Hoss Weekend, which is a tournament that New South does. And before every match, he was going up to all the guys and be like, "Hey, you belong here. Go show them. Go effing." He was like being a hype man
Yeah, yeah,
before every match. And I was like, man, I think I want to say that's probably like the best locker room leader
yeah.
type of guy I've ever seen before because, like, I mean, he kept giving speeches
Mhm.
and then he was picking up trash in the locker room. And I was like, why is he picking up trash?
Yeah.
What is going on? But he was such a good role model and example for everybody and just being a good hype man.
I love that.
So it's been very cool. It's been very cool working with Nick Gage, but it also has not been very cool working with Nick Gage because he keeps throwing me around and beating the tar out of me. So
Okay, so we're moving. We're keep on going with Steve Rowland and some other stuff. So next week, I am bringing Alpha Zoe onto the podcast. So you got to go to West Coast Pro. It's so cool. I am so ecstatic for you because of the fact that it was like, here you are, you're working like Tennessee. That's it, right? And it's like when me and you started talking, it was like, okay, we need to get you out there. Like we need to bring you up here. So now you've come to New York. You go to Texas. You work at West Coast Pro. You worked Vegas. Like it's been a crazy ride. So I was ecstatic. I love Alpha Zoe, so I can't wait to chat with him next week about your guys' match. This match was awesome. I was posting clips. Alpha Zoe was even like laughing at like the stuff that I was posting, the outside of the ring of your guys' match. And I love the fact that we're finally getting West Coast Pro on like YouTube because I think it was like on its own network at one point. So now like thank you to like all the indies out there that are giving us on YouTube that I could sit and I could watch it and everything like that. So I thank you for that. But tell us, like, did you go surfing in California?
I didn't go surfing. I did go to next to where I think it was called the Irish Culture Center.
Mhm.
there was like a little bit of a beach, like 10 minutes down.
Mm-hmm.
So I did go to the little beach area. I've never been on that side of the country besides Vegas for Mania weekend this year. So it was cool. I got to see the bridge. I forgot what they called it over there, but that was cool. The water was really cold. The sand was really hot. My first time on a beach. And because I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to film something like how Rocky was running in the sand or whatever for training. I'm going to film something. Nope, couldn't do that. As soon as I stepped on the sand, it was just burning my feet. I don't know how those people were doing that. I'm not a beach person, but yeah, San Francisco was really, really cool. And that match in particular was very fun. For some reason, everywhere I go, people don't seem to like me. Produce is a little bit different. I got some cheers, but over there in West Coast, those kids, as soon as I came out, they were booing, flipping me off. And then I wasn't even there for 2 minutes, and he's beating me on the floor. And once again, I fall into a seat, and these people are grabbing my arm, holding my arm back, and letting him chop me. For some reason, that specific action seems to happen a lot in my matches, and I'm not really a big fan of the fan interference in every match I have for some reason. Like I said, I was not even there for 5 minutes, and they're doing that to me. But that was really cool. That was a cool day, and got to meet a lot of cool people there, and that was like a big milestone. I would like to describe it that way, and just getting to be around a lot of those people, because there's a lot of, I mean, my goodness, you had Adam Priest in the card, Billy Starks, Johnny Robbie, Lee Moriarty, Daniel Garcia, Kozone was there. So like, I was like, okay, this is a cool show to be on. This is a big show. It's going to get a lot of attention. Like, I got to really step, because once again, I felt like I was the least known person on the card. So I was like, all right, I got to try and, step up. And I think it was a good turnout. I think it was a lot of people enjoyed the match. It was posted clips. For some reason, they always posted the clips of me getting tormented by the fans, but doing my job, I guess.
I guess you're doing something right? Better than not getting any tweets, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about it, because I just saw my bestie Brad was like, he shared the interview, and then he's all AW Ring of Honor, which again, like, this is awesome that you got to be part of that. And I was like, yeah, like, more and more I've seen all my friends, people that have been on this podcast, whether they're signed or whether they're getting the opportunities. You've been there, Darren Bankston's been there, Teriyaki, Jay Lu, like, it's so cool. Like, I will tune in. Like, I kind of not all like AW anymore, like Ring of Honor. That ship has kind of sailed for me. But I do tune in for my peeps. So I love that I get to see it. So even if like I don't watch it, like I'll go back and go like look for the matches for my people and everything like that. But talk to us. Like, it's so awesome to see.
Yeah. So both those instances were really cool this year. The first one was in Huntsville, Alabama for AEW Collision, and my first time doing extra work for AEW. Something I've been really wanting to try and make happen for a few years now, and it finally happened. And I was just like, all right, this is sick. I'm happy to be here. And then I was just sitting, kind of like in the first few rows, just kind of watching the guys put everything together and yada yada yada. And then they go, hey, Bosby. They're looking through the extras list, and I go, hey, that's me. They go, all right. Get your stuff. You're wrestling Lee tonight. So, oh, okay. And so, yeah, me and Lee Moriarty, which was really cool. And it was funny because I normally, kind of like everywhere, I may be a little bit of a dickhead in everywhere I go. So I was like, oh, how are the fans in Bama? Because I wrestle in Bama all the time. That's where I wrestled Effie. It's where I wrestled Nick Gage. And I'm not a good guy there. So I was like, oh, man, I wonder if they're even going to know me or what's going to happen here. And when I came out through like the little commercial break area, there was people that were like, hey, that's Bob. Like, you could hear the murmurs. Like,
Yeah.
hey, that's him. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then when the lights came back on, there was a little bit of a nice reaction for me. And I was like, oh, man, this is cool, man. So, like, that was a little moment of like, what I'm doing is working. And like, people are starting to find out about me, which is really cool. And the match itself was very sick, and getting to wrestle, for AEW was a really cool experience. And then like the next month or month after that, Ring of Honor, and getting to wrestle in Helico, who my dad is, my dad's a wrestling fan, but he, with his era of wrestling.
Mm-hmm,
You know, the
mm-hmm.
last 15, 20 years or so, he kind of gets on and off. He can't remember everybody's names. He didn't remember Angelico's name, but he always talks about Angelico because we used to watch Lucha Underground. And of course, you know, Angelico was doing the like run off the big platform drop kick and cross body that everyone's seen. So my dad would always bring up like, man, that guy in the green tights. Remember that guy when he jumped off? And I was like, yeah. He brings us up like at least once or twice a year in Helico. And then when I was there and I found out I was wrestling in Helico, I texted him and said, hey, I'm wrestling the guy in the green tights that jumped off that building. And he was like, no. He freaked out. My dad could not wait to see this because he remembered in Helico simply from the big crossbody off the stage.
Yeah.
So getting to do that with Ring of Honor was really cool. Like I said, that once I discovered wrestling outside of WWE, I really loved Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
So that was always a goal. And then getting to make it happen.
Yeah.
And hearing like the coolest thing to me was I couldn't wait to hear the match back. I mean, I wanted to see it, but I wanted to hear the commentary. So to have Ian Riccaboni like talk me up and be like, yeah, I know this kid and good athlete on the independents. And, you know, he has a really high ceiling. I was like, that is cool to me. Because to me, like, I think Ian's one of like the best commentators.
Mm-hmm.
So to somebody I've been listening to for years to then, you know, make your voice sound cool, I was like, oh, this is sick. But two really good experiences there. And yeah, I'm hoping for many more, hopefully.
So cool. I love it. I love being there for the indie guys, all for that stuff. And like even when I used to go to the shows and they were like, all right, who's on there? And it's like I remember we went in Queens and then we ran into Joey Silver and then he's like, TJ Crawford is gonna be an extra, and then to actually like see him, we're like, yay! And then he was like, yeah, people were cheering for me. So it's cool. But even to this day, when the Ring of Honor stuff gets taped, I get messages for anybody who's like my peeps or whatever like that. So it's like, oh, this one's on it, let me start sending Tiffany, you know, photos and clips. I think that's like so awesome, and like I'm so proud of you guys. Like it's so cool. Like, oh, see, I like gushing for you guys. I love it. Like there's a reason I am Queen of the Indies. Like I love my peoples. And that's so fucking awesome. So all right.
The only thing is, I got to work on my submission stats. I got to upgrade my submission overall because on both my appearances on Collision and Ring of Honor, I tapped out twice. I tapped out the Lee Moriarty and I tapped out the Helico. So I need to hire a trainer.
Yeah.
I need to get with somebody. I need to figure out how to avoid doing this motion.
Well, you know, it's funny, segue, because I want to talk about the seminar that you just did, because I feel like this is very important. So between Jonathan Gresham, Adam Priest, Darian Bankston, and Ryan Clancy, like, this was so awesome. I actually talked to Ryan today, and when I saw Ryan a couple weeks ago at the original Produce show, he was so ecstatic for this seminar. So he was saying that people were coming like flying all over the place for this. So you were there. So Jonathan Gresham is like the god of like technical wrestling. So it's like, why didn't you ask this question? Like, hello? Like,
yeah, I most definitely should have. But the seminar in general was really good. It was a little bit of a 2-day deal, and the second day had Dave Taylor, which was pretty cool. But yeah, so this seminar I really wanted to go to because, you know, Jonathan Gresham, he's someone that once, like I said, I discovered wrestling. I was like, man, this guy, him and Zack Sabre, like the things they're doing, it's different than what I've been watching for, you know, 15 years. So to get to ask him or like see the sequences and the counters, everything he does, hearing the why behind everything was a really cool experience. But like I've been in there with Priest, I've been in there with Bankston, and I've learned a lot from them. And they had their own spices on different stuff, and it was cool to hear their perspective. And then Clancy, I've never been in the ring with him. I would like to one day. I think he's one of the best independents. So to get to hear his thought process on stuff and getting to hear like how he puts matches together and why he does X, Y, and Z, I thought that was really cool as well. But yeah, it was a really good. I think it was a great turnout, and I sure learned a lot. And there was also some really talented people there that I got to meet, and I was like, oh shit, this is cool. I'm in the ring with so and so. So it was a really good 2-day deal. And the only thing was, if somebody was playing a drinking game, you would be just dead drunk. The amount of times that Adam Priest, after he would say something, be like, guys, am I making sense? Am I making sense, guys? Like, he would explain something about like X, Y, and Z, and he constantly keeps stopping himself and going, just stop me if that don't make sense. He looks, does that make sense? You understand what I'm putting down? You understand? So take a shot every time he said that in the 2 days. But yeah, it was a good experience.
I think that's so important, for all the wrestlers, and like I said this to you, like I think it's very important that we talk about this because, there's a lot of wrestlers out there. They graduate, and then that's it, right? Like you don't train, whatever, or you don't go do the seminars, and I think these are so important because there's so many different techniques, and even though like the foundation is similar of the wrestling or whatever, but there's things that are taught differently, and you could always learn something else. It doesn't matter how old you are and everything. So like I know recently also too, I had said something to one of the wrestlers. I was like, if Jonathan Gresham ever comes this way, this was before this thing, this seminar or whatever like that, I was like, you need to go and do one of those seminars. I was like, I don't care. I was like, go pick that man's brain. I was like, because he could do a little bit of everything. The fact that it's like here technical, and then he's doing a freaking shooting star press off the top rope is insane. Like he is like my perfect wrestler because of the perfect bridge and the perfect shooting star. Like
And I tell you what, you talk about you never stop learning.
Yeah.
And that goes for really anything in life. But like what was really cool to me personally, on the second day when Dave Taylor was there,
Mm-hmm.
watching him explain stuff to like the people in the seminar, and we're like, oh man, yeah, yeah. And the brain, the wheels are turning,
Mm-hmm.
watching him explain stuff to Priest, Gresham,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, and Bankson, and them being like, oh, really? Like they were even
Yeah.
learning stuff the second day from Dave, and like watching, because Gresham was like a kid in the candy store, just asking him all these questions,
Mm-hmm.
and then he would go into it. So it was cool. It was cool to me personally to see that, and then be like, yeah, like Gresham, who who the hell's going to tell him what technical wrestling is? Like he knows it, he owns it,
Yeah.
but he took a step back and was opening up his mind to Dave Taylor, who is giving us all his knowledge. So I thought that moment in particular was really cool because just to, like I said, take a step back and not pretend like, oh, I know everything, I don't need to listen to this. Him being like, so why do you do this, or what does this look like,
Mm-hmm.
and just seeing them go in the ring and practice stuff. I thought that was really cool for someone his experience and his level to be
Yeah.
like, I can ask questions too because I'm learning as well.
Could
So
teach an old dog new tricks, right? As they always say, that is like the thing that they always say. It doesn't matter how old you are, or how long you've been in the business in this case or whatever. So that's awesome. I think that's amazing. So all right, let's move on. Okay, so Kenzie Page was on the podcast last week. She told me to ask you if you are part of Program A or Program B.
oh my gosh, yeah, this is something that I did not know was a thing. So New South, I'm in a group called the Program.
Mm-hmm.
Myself, Jameson Shook, Connor Martin, Aaron Wade, Dylan Hells and Cullen, kind of. And so when they do the New South cards, like when they put them down internally and on the boards and everything, they write Program A for me and Jameson Shook,
Mm-hmm.
and they write Program B for Connor Martin and Aaron Wade
Mm-hmm.
as like, and this was apparently a big thing that I did not realize was happening. And it got them really upset because it was like, yeah, Jameson and Tim they're Program A, you guys are just Program B. And so now that I'm aware of this joke and I'm aware of this, I love rubbing it in Aaron Wade and Connor Martin's face. So yes, me and James Shook are Program A. We are Program A. They're Program B. So I couldn't believe this. This was a real thing that was like happening, and it's on all the cards in the
Okay.
back. And internally, when they do their spreadsheets, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's Program A," and then yeah, those guys are Program B, and which I think is crazy. But yeah, that's funny as shit.
Okay.
That's funny.
There you go. All right, let's see. More stuff going on. Grayson Pierce did a tweet on when I posted this, and he had said, Tim talking about suplex 20 different wrestlers is exactly what I needed this week.
Grayson Pierce. I think he's a very good talent. Um, I wrestled him at a hot sauce festival for Matt, and about 2 years ago now. And he doesn't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened. I did like the F5, but I did the big twisty boy,
Mm-hmm.
and like every time I give Grayson F5, he somehow ends up on his back, and it's the craziest thing. You're supposed to lay on your stomach. I don't know what happens whenever I get in the ring with Grayson, but I just throw him like a Pop Tart. I don't know. I don't know what happens. But I'd love to get back in there. Actually, you know what? I would love the team with Grayson Pierce. I'd like to put that out there, because he's kind of a bad guy in action.
Yeah.
Even though I think he's a good guy, and I think I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
I think we should come together as one and do something. Maybe go after the tag straps.
Oh, okay. You go after Jay and Terry.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I forgot the champs because they just came out with me on produce. They were in my corner, so there may be a little conflict there. I don't know. Maybe never mind.
What
Maybe
happens
bad
in
idea.
Georgia stays in Georgia.
Yeah, that may have to be what happens there. Because those guys, it was Teriyaki, Jay Lucas, and Marco Stunt.
Yeah.
Were my 3 corner guys. Because I believe what they're trying to do is recruit me to Chance U.
Yeah.
And I'm on the fence about it. But they came out and supported me. They should have got involved. When Carl was doing a legal choke, and I didn't tap out, but Gina stopped the match early. That's her problem. I was trying to wave Marco like, come on, or them guys like, come help me, and they didn't. So what were they at ringside for, anyways?
See, so a little payback, maybe. I don't know, whatever.
Possibly.
So, all right, let's see. We got more fan tweets. This one's from Good Cop, Bad Cop. He's got 2 questions. The first one, with Tim Bosby being an anagram of SOB, bit my, tell us an in-ring story starting with that son of a bitch bit my.
Okay. Well, okay. I recently did just get bit. Yeah. So that SOB Nick Gage in the match we just had a few weeks ago throws me into the chairs. It's a whole thing. I'm trying to get myself together. He sits me in a chair, and this chair is like one of the like crappy plastic ones. I don't know how it held both of us, but I'm sitting on the chair, and then he stands on said chair, and he's like, "What do you guys want to see?" And they're like, beat his ass, beat his ass. He's like, "Watch this." And he raises up his hand for a punch. So I go, "Oh crap, this is going to suck." Comes down and just bites my whole forehead. And that hurt. So, yeah, that SOB Nick Gage bit my forehead.
Maybe he was hungry. Maybe you should have, maybe the next time if you're in the ring with him, maybe you should bring him a sandwich or something.
That may not be a bad idea. Because speaking of food-related stuff, pizza cutter happened to me. Well, Jameson Shook got a little bit worse. I was it kind of happened for a second. I was able to get out of it.
Yeah.
But that was something else crazy. That was, I don't want to say it was cool to get sliced open with a pizza cutter, but
bring the pizza next time.
Bring the pizza next time.
Bring the pizza next time.
Yeah,
but you don't cut this, you cut this.
Yeah, when he goes to slice me, I just go, no, here's this cheese pizza.
You gotta outsmart these guys. Come on now. I'm giving you everything right now. So, all right.
I hope I never wrestle him again. But if I do wrestle him again, I'll be prepared.
Now that you said it, it's gonna happen. So, all right. Next fan tweet was from Good Cop Bad Cop. He said, "With Tim being an anagram of MIT, which was founded in 1861 to advance useful knowledge, what is the most useful knowledge you can share with the next generation of wrestlers?" That's actually a good one.
Oh,
I like that segue.
I don't think I'm in any way, shape, or form someone to give advice to people because I myself am still trying to navigate the ropes. But to something we were just talking about earlier, I would just say always be open to learning, because I literally just talked about how Jonathan Gresham, who 20 years, I'm sure, maybe 25 years as a wrestler, was still asking questions and still learning. And I watched it happen. So I just probably say that just always be open to learning because you can never stop learning. Like, and that goes for anything in life, but just in wrestling, you just never stop learning. You can always learn something, whether it's something good to do or something like, ooh, I should probably stay away from that. Probably shouldn't do that. I would just say always be open to learning. So I'd probably say that just off the top of my head.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so the next fan tweets from Dave. He goes, "What is the weirdest, most unexpected item a fan has ever asked you to sign at a merch table?"
A little kid came up and asked if I could sign his forehead. And I signed his forehead, and then his buddy next to him said, because I thought like, oh, forehead, that's a little bit weird. And I asked the mom, and the mom was all for it. And all I
Yeah.
had, we had these Sharpies, and I was like,
Okay.
I don't know if I should really be doing this. I don't know about like the toxicness on the skin. I don't know how it's gonna
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
No, it's fine. Then I'm assuming the little kid's brother came up and was like, "Can you sign my tongue?" And I said, "No, I'm not doing that. No, not doing that one." So I would probably say that. The little kid asked if I could sign his tongue, and his mom was like, "Oh, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Do it." And I went, "No, not doing that one. I'll sign your forehead, or like I'll sign an 8x10, but I'm not signing your tongue. That just does not. That seems bad on multiple levels. So just not doing that."
That's okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
my exact reaction.
Interesting. So, all right. I love this fan tweet that we had got for a couple of weeks ago. I forgot who sent it in, but I'm using it because I love it. So, if you have unlimited budget, what is your entrance going to look like?
Oh, my entrance. Oh
Mhm.
no. Okay. I would hire the Grizz girls,
Mhm.
the Memphis Grizzlies cheerleaders, the basketball team. They would be a part of my entrance every single time.
Mhm.
A lot of looking women, and I think they could add spice to the entrance. They could do their twirls and their dances. I'm slowly walking cool.
Mhm.
You know, maybe there's a little. I don't like too much pyro,
Right. Right.
but you know what I like? I don't know what you call it,
Okay.
but Randy Orton's old pyro back in the day, where
Mhm.
like it was almost like glitter or something falling behind him.
Okay. Okay.
I like that style of pyro. So maybe that with the Grizz girls dancing, walk. Maybe I have two on my arms. You know, we're walking down to the ring. I think that'd really just be it. Grizz girls and the Randy Orton like glitter pyro.
Okay.
That's really all I need. And maybe oh, I don't even know if the guy's still alive. Leonard Cullen, the song I come out to, everybody knows. Maybe a live performance.
Mhm.
I don't know if the guy that's singing the song's still alive. But if he's not, we can get a cover artist. We can get
Okay.
something going. So live, played out to the ring.
Mhm.
Grizz girls
Mhm.
dancing, some of my arms. Maybe they're feeding me grapes as I'm coming down to the ring, and then the Randy Orton pyro in the back as I'm just looking cool. And then maybe Dylan getting maybe was it WrestleMania 9 when they were in the Egyptian like theater or whatever it was,
Okay.
and they were carrying the Macho Man and Bobby Heenan like on there's people carrying them. Maybe in the background, me looking cool. There's like 10 guys dressed in like crazy outfits carrying Dylan on the big platform. And
In his
he's sitting on
velour
a throne.
suit.
Yeah. He's like sitting on a throne and he's waving at the people and everything as these guys are just carrying him to the ring. And then here's the kicker: they come to ringside and they don't leave. They just hold Dylan up the entire match. He's sitting on this throne, and I think that'd be cool. That's what I would do.
Okay.
I don't know if money.
I don't know why I envisioned this all in gold, by the way, too. So it's
Oh yeah,
has
oh yeah.
all gold, all freaking gold, because why not? The king. There you go. So that was good. That was good. All right, so for my final question, then we'll got what's coming up and everything. Obviously, we ended it the last time, but since it's been a year, and I know there's always stories that you guys can share. Wrestling with positivity. Is there anything you could think of that maybe a wrestler's done for you, you've done for a wrestler, maybe a fan's done for you, maybe something you've done for a fan? Anything that we wouldn't know unless you shared this story?
Oh gosh. There's definitely a lot of things. I don't know if I can give a specific thing, but I can just say something generally abroad that in the last year before when we talked last time, like I said, it was May.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been around like August of last year. I was close with these guys, but I started to get really, really close with Jay Newman, Jameson Shook,
Mm-hmm.
Casey Owens,
Mm-hmm.
and Adam Priest even. but specifically the Chattanooga guys, Jaden, Casey, Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
And I really look to those guys as good friends whenever I'm there in Chattanooga. And, it's really cool that me and Jameson get the tag on the New South shows. So I really want to put over those guys because they helped me out throughout some situations. And I've been there for them. They've been there for me. So I really want to talk about that bond between, like I said, Jaden, Casey, Jameson. And we've had some crazy road trip stories together that's happened in that time. But I just really want to say that they've been really great friends. And it's one of those things where, like, there's a quote, I may butcher it, but like people say, like, oh, you need to watch out for yourself because people want to see you doing good, but they never want to see you do better than them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's true with like that specific group of guys, because if I'm doing something cool, they all reach out and go like, hey man, you're doing the deal. Like, this is awesome. And when I see them doing something cool, I reach out and go, hey dude, like Jameson Shook is getting a crazy name, like in the deathmatch world. He just wrestled Danny D'Amato on a ICW show a few weeks ago. And I don't know if you saw the clips of that.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty gnarly. It was pretty crazy. He got Austin bombed like off the ring onto the thing. It was a whole deal. And so I always message him. And Jaden's been on his recovery. He's coming back really soon from his ACL stuff. Yeah. And I'm excited to see what he does. Mm-hmm. And Casey, who I think has just recently turned good, I guess, in the action and TW universe. So I'm always excited to see what those guys are doing. And the friendship that we have created here in the last year or so has just it's been really cool. It's been really cool.
They're great people. When I went down to SCI, you guys can watch that Indie Talks episodes that I did. They were in it a lot. They were having fun. We were playing Smack Talk Show.
I saw some of these clips with these cards. Yeah. I saw some of this.
You want to play?
I saw. I think it was Jaden. Jaden had a crazy card or something.
Jaden was on a whole other level. Jaden, he was like, "I'm Jaden Newman, and I'm here to fuck." Pretty much.
That's PG. Yeah.
It was great. All right, so we're gonna pick a card, and then you're gonna cut a promo. All right, let's get a good one. All right, you ready? All right, so this card is called Your Mama. The speaker promo must be a series of Yo Mama jokes.
Who am I directing this towards?
Whoever you want to. I feel like since you like buried like New Fever, so you might as well.
Oh no, I don't know. Oh man, I don't. Okay. Wow, I feel like this is so mean. Well, look,
this is all fun, guys. This is fun.
Yeah, this is all fun.
I've been doing these on the last couple of episodes of the interview. So again, this is just fun stuff. This isn't real meaning. So we're having fun. It's just a fun thing to do.
I hope they don't jump me when they see me in a few months.
Smack you with buzzballs.
Yeah. Well, so you bring it up. I just want to say that you New Fever, Shimmy, and Danny, Yo Mama built like a buzzball. Oh, how about that? How about that right there? That's the best I can come up with. The nicest thing to say, because I don't want to say nothing crazy. Because that's because if somebody says something crazy about my mom, we got to square up. I got to fly out to wherever you are and fight you. So that's the most I'll say. New Fever, their mamas are built like a buzzball.
There you go. All right. I'm bringing this game down to Georgia Friday, so we'll have a good old time. So maybe Tim will pick another card and, he'll direct it at somebody else. Jaden Newman loves playing these, so if you want to play it with Jaden, Jaden is 100% down to play that this Friday. So let's talk about what you got coming up so the fans can watch you if they're not. So. All right, so go ahead. You run down them and I'll flash them on the screen.
Okay, so off the top of my head, coming up first will be Action Wrestling. Mm-hmm. Like I said at the start of the program, I don't know who this is. Matt, the Booker man, will not let me in, so I will find out in the ring. We will all find out in real time together who this mystery opponent is. That's on Friday. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think the next thing in order. TWE Anniversary. I think it's 13 or 14 years strong, somewhere in that range. Fatal four-way for the action title. I'm looking to become a two-time champ.
Mhm.
Kind of a crazy field. I'm going to try and do a lot of ducking and dodging and let the three of them, Isaiah Broner, Tyler Stevens, and Darian Bankston, I'll let them wrestle. And maybe I can come in and get a quick roll-up and get the title back. I don't know. We'll see. Don't want to reveal too much of my game plan.
Yeah, don't do that. They listen to the pod.
Yeah. Then I'm trying to think. In order after that would be the Action Dean show, I believe, against Matt, and that will be. I think it's going to be on the same level of the Carl match, but I think because Carl he was a mixture of everything, but I think Matt is more of a striker.
Yeah.
So I got to watch. I got to protect my head. You know, I got to be doing. He's going to be throwing a lot of kicks.
Yeah.
So, and I got to watch out. I know he does the flying arm bar at the top rope. Here's my counter. I'll just never go to the top rope. So that's how I will avoid that. And then I'm trying to think after that in order. This month, New South, I don't know what they're calling it, but it's War Games-esque. Big cage match with myself, the program, Jameson Shook, Connor Martin, Aaron Wade versus Dump Sanders, Sean Christopher, Big Dave, and Mance Warner.
This is just crazy.
Mance Warner kind of stuck his nose in our business a few months ago, so now he's getting in the cage with us. My goal in this match, it's not pinfall, it's submission or like you quit or surrender or whatever. I'm going to make Mance Warner tap out or surrender because my thought process is if I do that, then maybe the IWTV committee will finally give me my title shot that I've been just waiting for 2 years now almost. So if I make the champ tap out, wouldn't you agree they have to give your boy a shot at some point?
I think so.
I would hope so.
But I think Bankston's next on the shot list.
What type of BS was that, by the way? I'll get into a rant over that list. But your boy wasn't on it. Your boy is apparently not considered a contender for the championship. So I got to change that. So I got to take this to my own hands. I'll make the champ tap out or surrender. And then Pandemonium Pro, I think, was the last thing in order there. October, like I said, it's on Halloween. Me and Marco Harris, we're going to go down to Texas and probably have a crazy match and then get dressed up as some goofballs and go steal some children's candy.
Well, I'm hoping some of the fans like dress up as you for Halloween.
Oh, gosh. You know, I didn't even think about that being a possibility. Can you imagine? There's a whole section, people like the leotards and singlets that they got off Amazon or something.
I want to see that. I'll be texting Jack. Send me pictures.
Yeah.
I love that though. I think that's cool.
I thinking about it, maybe I keep talking about dressing up after the show. What if I just dress up in something for the show?
You should dress up as New Fever. Come out as them.
Wow, I don't wanna do
bring
that.
out the buzz balls. You don't have to drink the buzz balls. Here, give it to me. I'll drink it and then pour some water in it, and then you can come out and pretend.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that though. I mean, some of my stories on them may have been a little exaggerated, but that first one, I did not know that was an alcoholic beverage. I did not. I thought this was juice because it's colorful. So I said, I'm gonna be a good friend. I'm gonna get these guys some juice, and then I realized no, it's not juice. Because I think I saw they were just over there in ETU, right? And y'all did a big buzzball thing.
Yeah, I gave them a buzzball. Every time I see them, I bring them buzzballs now. So I was drinking with them too.
See, if there's a kid's version of buzzballs, I'll be down. If there's like an apple juice flavor. I told you
we're gonna wash it out. We're gonna put water in it. I got you.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah. See, that's what I need to do.
I got you. I drink it. I'll wash it out real good. I got you.
We'll pour like orange Gatorade or a very
whatever you want. I got you.
Nobody will know.
Love that. So tell the fans if they're not following you where they can follow you.
Everything should just be my name, Tim_Bosby, on every platform. I'm trying to get better at posting. So I'm posting a lot more clips, trying to be more witty and funny on social media. Follow me to see me throwing people around, or for me to post random pictures like I posted with Okada a few days ago. So, Tim_Bosby and everything. Pro Wrestling Tees, Timothy Bosby. I should definitely work on getting a new shirt up there at some point.
Yes.
Hopefully do that before the end of the year. Um, this year has been crazy. And what's nuts is there's still a lot more stuff to be announced that I'm very excited for. So something we're in August now. I would imagine maybe in the next month or two probably gets announced. That'll be a very cool thing. It
Ooh.
was my big goal for the year, and it's happening. What's
Wow.
happening? You got to stay tuned on the socials.
All those are in the links below. I got you covered. Make sure you're following. You should be following him. He's been on this podcast before and everything. All jokes aside, I give him a little shit, but I love Bosby. So, but thank you. Did we cover everything? Is there anything else you want the fans to know?
I feel like that was everything. The AEW appearances, West Coast. I'll just end it with I'm just very grateful and thankful for everything that's happened. I mean, wrestling this year has allowed me to go to New York for the first time, go to Las Vegas for the first time, go to San Francisco. When I went and did the ROH thing, that was my first time in Florida.
Yeah.
I got to travel to Texas for the Texas 8 in New Texas earlier. I'm just very thankful that wrestling allows me to get to go see the country and soon the world.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 little.
I gotta take him for some New York pizza. So the next time that he's in New
Oh,
York.
let's talk about. We're running out of time here,
No,
but we'll talk
no,
about
we're
that
good.
real
Go
quick.
ahead. Say what
Okay,
you're saying.
so
You're
when
good.
I was there on the produce show, about halfway through the card, they came in with like 10 pizza boxes.
Oh, okay.
And they were like,
How was
"This
it?
is like." It was great.
Okay.
They said, I don't know what the place was, but we were in Brooklyn, and they
Yeah.
said this was Brooklyn's finest.
Yeah.
I opened up this box. This pizza slice was as big as my head. I said, "Oh my goodness!" And like, it was so greasy. But like, I'm not someone that shies away from it personally.
Yeah.
I like when I pick up a slice of pizza, or maybe a burrito, quesadilla, whatever. When I pick it up, if it's not dropping a gallon of grease, I don't want it. But that's what this was, and it was great. And the pepperoni,
There you go.
the seasoning on it,
Yeah.
the breading, the crust, it was amazing.
I got a spot that I take all my wrestler friends to. So we're gonna make that happen another time that you're out here. So like we're definitely making that happen. And then bagels, because that was like the running joke with Ash in freaking UK, that we got into a conversation that led into last week's podcast, that he was like, how do you eat a bagel? And then like some people don't know what the bagels are, and it is a New York thing or whatever, and like, so like, how would you eat a bagel?
I just pick it up, I guess, and just
No, like,
see
do
it.
you cut it like this way
Oh no,
or this way? No?
I know. Whenever my mom gets bagels, I just pick it up and eat it whole.
Go away.
Now, okay, so I'll tell something. Another food thing. I'd heard about scones.
Yeah.
That's like a Northeast thing or something.
Mm-hmm.
So at the airport, at the LGA airport, before I came back home, I went to some little spot and it had like scones.
Yeah.
Get them here. Get them hot.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I've never had one. So I had a raisin scone. I wanted blueberry, but they were out of blueberry. But I had a raisin one. Kind of sucked. Not gonna lie. I was not a fan of the scone. I don't know if you can find me a better one or if this is a good.
Apparently, UK has the best scones, because that became a conversation with me and Ash when he live streams on Instagram or whatever. That's Graps Film for anybody that's interested in who I'm talking about. So he does a lot of the clips for like Rev Pro and Attack and everything like that. So go give him a follow as well. But we got into a whole conversation about bagels, and New York is known for their bagels, you know, and like I could be very critical too, because the best bagels are the Jewish bagels pretty much. So I got you on that as well. So, but the funny conversation, because I saw Good Cop Bad Cop was saying into the chat, do you cut the pizza in 8 slices? Yes, you cut it 8 times for 8 slices. Hello. So, but you don't cut a bagel 8 slices. So yeah, so that was the conversation piece for that. So I got you with that. Also, Wrestling Junkies is in the chat. They go, we love Tiffany, loathe Bosby. Make sure you go back to the beginning of the podcast. I might clip it and post it, because there was some stuff said.
Like I said, I mean, I think I've said this to them. I really hope they both get ran over by a bus, and I hope I get to be the driver of that bus. I can't stand these two guys. Just two guys that are always sticking their nose in business doesn't belong. They were there at SCI this year, right?
Yes, I got to hang out with them. We were gonna play a drinking game.
They're so lucky I wasn't there. I think that's why I wasn't. I was told I wasn't needed that weekend because
Yeah.
I think the people in power knew that if me and the junkies were in the same building, it would not have been a good thing. It would have been on TMZ. So
Okay. So anyway, go follow Tim. Go give all the people, go give love to everybody that's been into this chat. I appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you for the promoters that popped in, questions, all that fun stuff. Go support independent wrestling. You guys know the drill. So, again, next week, Alpha Zoe. I'm working on something that I'm hoping happens within the next week. So stay tuned. Make sure you're following me on Queen of the Indies Corner. So, yeah, so everybody, thank you, Tim, again for coming on here. So stay safe, support independent wrestling. I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys have a good night.
Feeling miserable.